Jeremy Street, Castries. Citygate Bar, the CDC opposite the market. Clans Place, Denry Highway. Arlette Supermarket, Soufre. The Release Stress Bar, Labrie Highway. Cool Joint Bar, Victoria Schwazel. Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Yes, the best a man can get.
You're watching MBC.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
Live the hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage. Imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
No matter the job, Michelle's Electrical Limited has the skills and expertise to power your vision. With Michelle's Electrical Limited, you're securing a professional team with a proven track record committed to delivering quality service to cater to all your electrical needs. We bring more than 30 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
You're watching MBC. You're watching MBC.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
Live the hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage. Imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
No matter the job, Michelle's Electrical Limited has the skills and expertise to power your vision. With Michelle's Electrical Limited, you're securing a professional team with a proven track record committed to delivering quality service to cater to all your electrical needs. We bring more than 30 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
You're watching MBC.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Papa's Kaiso Corner. It's Saturday night, and that is the lime on a Saturday night. Although jazz is in the air, my friends, jazz is in the air. I want to start off first of all, a small comment on the opening of jazz on was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday night. My goodness. To quote the Prime Minister, look at people! What an event. I mean, the turnout was phenomenal. It is said that it's the biggest crowd ever at a local event in St. Lucia. So congratulations to the organizers of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Miku Aviège, Jazz Aviège Jazz. I understood that too was a huge success. I think Soufre and Barbano are right around the corner, if not tonight, tomorrow, Barbano. So congratulations to the organizers on a wonderful start. If that's an indication of things to come, I believe the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival for 2025 will go down as one of the biggest in history. So big up to all involved. But right now it's Kaiso. We ain't had to forget the Kaiso, Kaiso right around the corner. A lot of the Kaiso fans may not realize that Calypso is in a couple of weeks. The first tent is on the 23rd. The second is on the 24th. So it is our duty here in the corner to keep you posted on Kaiso in St. Lucia. And that is what we're doing. So tonight, we have a wonderful show planned for the Kaiso fans. I want to say good evening to all the many visitors who made their ways to our shows over the past weekend and will be making their way during the coming week to participate in the wonderful Jazz and Arts Festival here in St. Lucia. Lots to come, lots and lots to come. Big acts. I mean, Earth, Wind and Fire. I mean, I grew up on the music of Earth, Wind and Fire. And looking forward to for the live experience, at the main event with those guys. Our local guys are holding their own too. I mean, you cannot not appreciate the effort made by the local contingent. I mean, our soca artists, these guys are leaps and bounds. I mean, the guys are making waves, and that is very wonderful. Our many other artisans who are involved in dance and theater and drumming and folk, everybody's involved. So we're very happy for the Jazz Festival. It's something that everyone in St. Lucia is benefiting from. Every nook and cranny is benefiting from the Jazz Festival. So big up. We're looking forward to Carnival, however, the next big event in St. Lucia, and Kaiso. That is where we feature. Yeah? So big up. Once again, welcome. Lots to eat and drink in St. Lucia for the next couple of weeks. Be sure to check us out at Just Roti, of course, for roti lovers. And we have some plans for the coming Carnival, which we'll let you know about. Of course, Sister in Designs. Also, if you're looking for an earring or necklace to go with any outfit, there's a selection. You just check us out at Just Roti, and you could check out our selection on the catalog. And I'm sure there's something there for everybody. So looking forward to seeing you guys down by Just Roti in the coming weeks. we must do a little plug on that. We're stupid out. Shout outs now, boy. I want to say a big good evening, starting off with Mama Frances from Leclerc. Good evening to you, Mama. I hope you've been having, a good week. It's on the weekend, and I know you always look forward to the corner, so we want to welcome you. I want to say a special good evening to Loretta Lancico out there in Nedzi Gap in La Panse, Lolo. Beverly Skerritt, good evening to you and the crew at Tribe of 12. I understand that things are shaping up very nicely. Beautiful costumes, Belwad, Exuli, and the emphasis is on hats, if you see what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. So big up to Tribe of 12. Looking forward to a great mass. And I have to take some time out to say a special good evening. I only hope that she's home already from church and she's tuned in. I'm talking about Teacher Eiffel. I met Teacher Eiffel at Glass Supermarket during the week, and she really let me have it. You don't shout me out, and you shout out everybody. So Teacher Eiffel, big shout out to you, one of my favorite people. She has been one of the people who has been tuned to Papa's Kaiso Corner from the inception. But she is not in the chat. She's in TV land. As I explained, it's a little difficult to know who's out there in TV land, except if you let me know that you always tune to the corner. So big up to all our many friends and fans who tune in TV land. Of course, it's MBC Television. And we hope that you guys are tuned in and ready. So big up to you, Teacher Eiffel. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend coming from us here in the corner. I also want to shout out Patricia, the General of Family Planning. I bounced up with the lady at the bank, and she too let me have it. You don't shout me out. Shouting you out tonight. Patricia, Pat, I hope you're having a wonderful night tonight. Of course, we're here in the corner, and Kaiso coming your way. It's a local vibration tonight. We're going strictly local. We have the second tent to be launched, and that is on the 24th. They're in the building with us tonight, and we're going to hear lots of the plans for the Fire One Kaiso tent. We'll also be going to be taking a little history on the development of Fire One and lots of Kaiso music. We're going way back. It's going to be very nostalgic tonight. So all the fans, get ready, get your drinks ready, get your food ready, get your snacks. Kaiso coming down, Kaiso coming down. Yeah? So tonight we continue with our Calypso Showcase, where we showcase the Calypso tents for 2025. We saw the South Tent last week, where Tony Wilkinson, the director, tent leader, he was here with us last week, and he gave us an overview of what to expect. And I think we already know what the South Tent is all about, and we know what to expect, and we're expecting bigger things from the South Tent this year. The very first tent to open, and that is regular, although coming way from the South, they're always ahead of everybody else. So the South Tent will be on the 23rd of May, which is in a couple of weeks. Couple of days, even weeks again, days. Kaiso coming your way. Yeah? So what we're going to do right now is say goodnight to our sponsors. Thank you so much for your valuable contribution in keeping us here on air. I want to say good evening to our good friends at Lucilec and also our friends at Barbie Limited. Of course, we know you guys are going to come on with us to ensure that we have a wonderful carnival season. Of course, the Carnival Music Management Committee, the CMMC. I want to big up Claude Paul. And of course, you know, we're looking forward, of course, to working with you guys again. We have already begun the work. We're pushing the guys. So big things are going for Carnival and for Kaiso in 2025. We're going to take our first sponsors break, and then we're going to come right back here in the corner. Lots in store for you, so stay where you are. We'll be right back.
Introducing McDowell's Moringa, a natural supplement made from the Moringa oleifera, which contains more than 92 nutrients and 46 types of antioxidants. Moringa is said to cure about 300 diseases and almost have all the vitamins found in fruits and vegetables. Moringa contains 30 anti-inflammatories, 18 amino acids, and 9 essential amino acids. Moringa nourishes the immune system, promotes healthy circulation, supports normal glucose levels, contains natural anti-aging benefits, provides anti-inflammatory support, promotes healthy digestion, promotes heightened mental clarity, boosts energy without caffeine, encourages balanced metabolism, promotes softer skin, provides relief from acne, and supports normal hormone levels. Moringa has no documented side effects. Moringa, the miracle herb, available at Health Service Center.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
Live the hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage. Imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
No matter the job, Michelle's Electrical Limited has the skills and expertise to power your vision. With Michelle's Electrical Limited, you're securing a professional team with a proven track record committed to delivering quality service to cater to all your electrical needs. We bring more than 30 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
Yes, welcome back, Papa's Kaiso Corner. Saturday night, that's the favorite night of many, many people, especially Kaiso fans. I want to big up our friends in the diaspora who are here with us in the chat already. I want to big up Brother Al Henry. Al lives in London, and our guest tonight is a Londonier in his own right, too. So, Al, you're right on cue. Big up to you, Al. Shirley Shills, good evening, my dearest. Nice to see you here with us this evening. Jane Maxwell Bisset. Jane, how you doing? I hope all is well. Boy, Quincy and I were supposed to touch base. It just did not happen again. I don't know why Quincy is so difficult for me, boy. But however, I want to big up Jane. Jane, I hope you're doing all right. And down there in the south, I want to big up all our friends down south. I'm sure Tony Wilkinson is tuned in to hear what's going to be happening with the tent that's going to be following him, knowing Tony. So big up to Tony and the entire cast of the South Kaiso tent. Welcome once again to Kaiso Corner. Dwayne McKenzie is here with us. Hey, Dwayne, how going, my brother? My little brother right now, big man, boy. Nice to see you here. Always here with us in the corner. So big up to you and the Madam Dwayne. I hope you're having a wonderful night so far. Mac Shalmine out there in New Jersey. Brother Mac is one of the soldiers of the corner. He's been here with us from the inception. Hardly misses a show. So big up to you, Mac, and the entire U.S. contingent. Of course, Marvin Ogis also out there in New Jersey. Yellow, always tuned into Papa's Kaiso Corner. Big up to you, my brother. Oh, Quincy. Hey, Quincy's here with us. Quincy, what's going on, my brother? You still here or you're back in New York? I know you worse than my partner, the versicolor. You just fly. Yeah, Quincy, big up to you. Nice to see you here, my brother. Misty Jeremy, how are you, ma'am? Nice to see you here with us tonight. She always pops into Just Roti. It's always very nice when the fans drop in. I love it. So big up to you, Misty Jeremy. Nice to see you here with us in the corner. Of course, Maureen Nelson. She doesn't miss a show. Good night to you, Maureen. Nice to see you here tonight. Of course, the big man himself, Trevor Exposer Brown of the Trevor Exposer Brown Foundation, who is part and parcel of Papa's Kaiso Corner. He's here with us. So big up to you guys. Don't rise in French. Boy, if I had to continue tonight, I could just be bigging up everybody in the chat for the whole show. so big up to every one of you who tuned in to Papa's Kaiso Corner. And of course, the chat itself, Brother Afro says he must be somewhere in there tonight. We wouldn't be seeing Lydia Feebles tonight, because tonight is Jazz Sampler and Sisterhood. They're going to be featuring. That's the big show for the Jazz Festival. It's happening at the Pavilion at Rodney Bay tonight. Good luck to you guys. You guys don't need my luck. You guys have it down packed. You have your following, and I know it's going to be a great show tonight. So big up to you, and of course, I hope we can get some footage so that we can feature the wonderful, showmanship of Sisterhood. When I start to talk, I can talk, boy. Tonight, we're blessed to have another Calypso tent in the studio with us. Of course, the Calypso season, like I said before, is just a couple days away. The South tent will be launching on Friday, the 23rd of May. And the second tent to launch off will be the Fire One Calypso tent. Now, the Fire One Calypso tent is a relatively new tent in the sense of name, but it's just an offshoot of the very powerful and popular Ambassadors Calypso tent. I know many of you will remember the Ambassadors Calypso tent. These guys literally dominated the Calypso arena. That is until Soca Village came around. But, however, we want to feature somebody. Before I introduce my guest tonight, I want to feature some of the great performers that came out of the Ambassadors Kaiso tent, which is more like the parent tent, which gave birth to Fire One. Yeah? So let's take in, I'm sure you'll remember this guy. He did a big one. He was the Calypso Monarch in 1984. He did this one called Money Hungry. Let's take in The Controller.
Everybody does in their place to get work, to make money. The kind of things that some would try to do, Lord, it ain't funny. I'm talking about the old profession, the forgery, theft and deception. Many times you hear people making bubble, and the law not even punishing them at all. Every time they make a mistake quickly, first place they run to New York City. I say it's high time this has to stop. Just put their backside in jail and lock it up. Yes, man. Money is the root of all evil. Money is food for the devil. Money could make you act so stupidly. Never see come become crazy. They will kill for it. Some will steal for it. Sell coke to get it. They will take off their clothes and then over to get it. They want to rule with it. Control with it. Fight with it. They will take off their clothes and then over to get it. The money hungry. The money hungry. The money hungry. I say they're hungry, they're hungry, they're hungry for money. Drug pusher controlling with little island today. If they can pay off the drugs, it's not the dream they can pay. They're buying out Pata, Gozile, Marisil, and not Machate. They're pulling out their big bullets. After the 20s alone they have to show. So while they're trading the young into drug addicts, making them feel that them is frustrating. If I was a judge guilty or not, I put the backside in jail and lock it up. Yes, man. Money is the root of all evil. Money is food for the devil. Money could make you act so stupidly. Never see come free. They will kill for it. Some will steal for it. Sell coke to get it. They will chop off the wrist and then take silver. They want to rule with it. Fool with it. Kill with it. They will take off their clothes and bend over to get it. The money hungry. The money hungry. The money hungry. I say they're hungry, they're hungry, they're hungry for money. Them pastors on TV always begging for donations. They tell we to give, for we to get soul salvation. But some involved in drug sex and fornication, some man involved in prostitution. At funeral they make a big election and cry out with great conviction. But you make a parallel, baby. These things are happening every day. So don't be sorry for all those who get caught. Just put their backside in jail and lock it up. Yes, man. Money is the root of all evil. Money is food for the devil. Money can make you act so stupidly. Never see come crazy. They will kill for it. Some will steal for it. Sell coke to get it. They will take off their clothes and then over to get in. They want to rule with it. Steal for it. Rule with it. They will take off their clothes and wind up to get in. The money hungry. The money hungry. The money hungry. I said they're hungry, they're hungry, they're hungry for money. Die, holding hands. I know some of the rebels in Parliament who are big businesses, from insurance to hotels and renting embassies. Tell me where they getting all this money? Is it money that they keep to his country? What else they involved in? I don't know, but like they're taking this and losing for Papi show. Is this the way we could put them in office? We should bring them on to justice. If we have the same power when we vote, we'll put their backside to jail and lock it up. Yes, man. Money is the root of all evil. Money is food for the devil. Money to make them act so stupid. Never see coffee come crazy. They will sue for it. Money cost the floor for it. Money rent embassy for it. They want to sell off the titans in order to get this. They want to rule within. Money control within. Money fight for it. They will take off their clothes and prove us to get in. The money hungry. The money hungry. The money hungry. I said they're hungry, they're hungry, they're hungry for money.
Yes, that's the controller. I'm sure many of you remember Teacher Jean-Pierre of the Corinth Secondary. Of course, he was, one of the leading members of the Ambassadors Calypso tent. He played a big role in the management. I want to big up, of course, people like Lorna Lubin, original people. Another original member of the Ambassadors. As a matter of fact, I believe this guy claims, to be the one who put the entire vibe together. Came from Trinidad, young man, had the Trini experience and came back and saw the necessity of organizing Calypso, and hence the Ambassadors was formed. We're talking about the Ambassadors tonight because we're coming to the baby of the Ambassadors, Fire One Kaiso tent. We come in, but we just want to feature some of the people who paved the way. He goes by the name of Lord Jackson. I'm sure you remember this one, a big one for Jackson. Let's take it on now.
I heard someone talk when I saw I was very surprised. I got and red drops on my. He started explaining the peculiar way. I have an all what I do today. Don't say I'm a fool, a chap will give me a chance. Let me teach you my special dance. He started to speak and I give it to the guy who loves me. Kaiso I live in St. Lucia, we should have a national dance. I now present the kind of plan. Start with the week and I live to the kind of trouble. When we hustle, we move every muscle. I said the man then back, that's why you got to the kind of rumba. You like a rumba, like Johnny Rumba. in a hot East Coast room, 5,000 strong, do you think I love you? Oh, what a great love, what a pleasure to see. Oceans getting down locally. You may never tell me that the double red hat. I love you down in Australia. Start to believe we have an including I love trouble. Everybody hustle. They move every muscle. See they all bend up. They go like a Buddha. Tony Ruba.
Yeah, boy, Jacko making his exit, saying that I don't know if you go see me on stage again. I'm 75 years old. But I know Jackson don't know about Lord Nelson. Nelson is 95 and he's still on a stage. So Jacko, we have hope. We have hope. I want to say good evening to irreplaceable Paul. Hello, Miss Paul. Nice to see you with us in the corner. Of course, Robert Scott out there in the US. I want to say big up to you, my brother. Nice to see you. Alvin Nelson out there in the Bronx. Big up to you, my brother. Always tuned in. Our many friends here in St. Lucia, in Labrie, from Labrie to Soufre, to Ancillary, coming all the way back to Vieux-Fort, to Micoud, to Dennery, right around the island. As a matter of fact, right around the globe. We want to say good evening to each and every one of you, to wish you welcome to Papa's Kaiso Corner. I have one more artist from way back when with the Ambassador's Kaiso tent. As tonight we feature the Fire One, and as we continue, you will see the link. Yeah, let's take in this young lady here, Davis. Felix is the name. She does one called What You Sow. Powerful lyrics.
Life is like farming, it's toil with toiling. Takes years to harvest, it is plenty stress. But you could rave and rant, you reap what you plant. Yet still some would flip when they burn their key. It's what you put inside the field determines what will yield. You could cry or you could sleep, baby, that's the deal. Everybody knows you reap what you sow. All you parents who left your boys in the yard to play without supervision, and now they have gone astray. Still we blind, we can't see why crime crippling the country. Hey, 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 it's what you saw yesterday, you reaping today. It's what you saw yesterday, you reaping today. In this open field, you have to be skilled. Without good papers, it's plenty horror. And you who slip through class will sell up cut grass. The chances you do come back to haunt you. It's what you put inside the field determines what will yield. You could cry or you could scream, baby, that's the deal. a better job, cause you're lacking skills. You seldom paid attention to school or your education. Hey, 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 it's what you saw yesterday, you reaping today. Good or bad, happy or sad, it's what you saw yesterday, you reaping today. To do like Shasne JQ. Now they have it all, assets, capital. When things were not nice, they made sacrifice and remained on cost, come profit or loss. What you put inside the field determines what will yield. You could cry or you could scream, baby, that's the deal. Everybody know you reap what you sow. If you take their time, their money and their commitment. Yesterday worked hard and made best use of every cent. Today pain for all to see, they're running things in the country. Hey, 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 it's what you said yesterday, you reaping today. Good or bad, happy or sad, it's what you said yesterday, you reaping today. Young boy, parents teach your children. Young boy, mothers tell your daughters. Yesterday's bad seed planted in this field, tomorrow may bring shame and suffering. Like the house speaker at the first.
Davis Felix there doing a big one. What you sow. Yes, yes, indeed. Those were some of the stalwarts of coming out of the Ambassadors Calypso tent. Like I said a little earlier on, one of the most powerful and best organized tents. They used to call it the President's tent because most times those who were involved in the management of Calypso in general were involved in the management of Ambassadors. Yes, powerful tent it was at the time. But tonight we have in studio with us a young gentleman who goes by the name of Sean Masley. Of course, no stranger to the musical fraternity. He is now the tent leader of the Fire One Calypso tent. Sean, we would like to welcome you to Papa's Kaiso Corner. Let's welcome Sean to the corner. Yes, indeed. That's the big man right there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very
Sean,
much.
welcome, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you here with us in the corner. Of course, I was telling Sean earlier on, if you remember, I knew him from the time he was a little boy. Little boy with the big band, Rhythm Crazy. Yes. Used to be playing the keyboard player. Yeah, man. Man, welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, and good night, good evening to all your viewers in TV land and on the internet. Thank you.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, my brother. We're here tonight to talk about, of course, the second tent to be launched for the Calypso season here in St. Lucia, the Fire One Calypso tent. And, of course, we understand that the Fire One Calypso tent is under new management this year. And personally, I was very excited to hear that, especially when I heard the management team, because I believe Calypso right now, as much as we want to anticipate that it is in good hands, but the management needs to be equally important in organizing and bringing the art form further. So we do welcome the management team? I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit about the whole, transition of the new management team into Fire One Kaiso tent.
Yeah, well, the previous team run the tent for 5 years between 2018 and 2024. I think 5 to 6 years. This would have been their 6th year, and more or less due to other commitments, musical commitments, they decided not to continue managing the tent, and they were looking for a new group of people to more or less look after the tent, to provide the avenue to allow the artists to express themselves on stage. I mean, we were approached, myself and other musicians, which we'll probably talk about a bit later. And it was late last year, probably November or so last year, and we were very excited about the prospects of getting into that part. All of us being musicians, but getting an opportunity to actually take it a level up and start managing events. We thought it was a very good idea, and January of this year we had the formal handover of the management activities from the previous team to ourselves. So we've been working hard, assiduously hard, from January to now to try to get our feet wet, try to organize everything that's required to allow the Calypsonians to express themselves in the tents coming up. We've had loads of support. Everybody seems to be very excited about the new team, and we too are excited. We have a lot of ideas about what we think we can do to maintain a good standard of Calypso, as well as deliver a good product when it comes to the actual tents. So yeah, new team, and we think we're ready to take it on.
Sounds very interesting. I'm excited. I mean, new team, new ideas, because I believe right now Calypso definitely needs an overhaul. I think the same thing has been happening year after year. Calypso tents open, and they had the first show, the second show, and then the Calypsonians appear on stage, and like just a repetition. So I'm interested to see what's the new vibes that's going to be coming out of the Fire One Calypso tent. Of course, the backup band would remain the same as before.
Yeah, we have, well, the backup band, yeah, will remain the same. Probably a few augments or changes here and there, but it's the same core group of musicians from last year. Despite we being, myself being on the management team, I will still be part of the backup band.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's the first time. We're going to see how it works out, but I'm more than happy to give somebody else an opportunity if, the work of managing the tent becomes more important. It will probably become more important than actually being in the backup band.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah. It's all about teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, the success of a tent really depends on the team. And I believe you have a good team. Of course, the band being the same, meaning that, of course, the maestro himself, Gregory Piper, will still be part and parcel of the band. And you might not want to let the cat out of the bag, but then again, I heard from a little bird that he's also part of the management team. Yeah?
Yeah. Gregory Piper is very much part of the team. He is the musical director. That's his official role.
Right.
He will be looking after the quality of the music that gets produced by the Calypsonians, to make sure that we have a good musical product, because that's what
we can't keep keep that a secret.
No,
that is a big seller.
Yeah.
When you have the maestro himself,
and
I like the fact that you say he's going to ensure that the Calypsonians get good arrangements and that sort of thing. So big up to, of course, Gregory Piper, who tonight is going to be part and parcel of the big
jazz sampler
happening at the pavilion. So big up to Gregory Piper. I'm sure tomorrow he will definitely go and view the show.
Definitely.
to see how things went tonight.
He's probably wondering what's happening
Yeah,
now.
yeah. When you're in the corner, it could only be positive vibes, especially if we're talking Kaiso.
Yeah.
I know you personally, you've been involved in the music field for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, as far back as Rhythm Crazy. You migrated for a little while to London, where you were still involved in your music. I had the liberty of visiting your home in London, and your studio was set up. You were still involved deeply in your music. You came back home, and then you still got involved again. Yeah, I mean, when you once a musician, always
music is the first love. You know, I mean, apart from having a profession, I always refer to myself as a musician first.
Right.
You know, because I mean that has more or less guided me from the time I was a little boy into who I am now. Music has always been there.
In parts,
and it will always be there.
Great
By the
stuff.
grace of God, yeah.
Great stuff. Cast. That's one of the most important fundamentalities of a good tent. What can we expect as far as your cast is concerned for 2025?
Okay. Well, we have interest from 20 Calypsonians at the moment.
Okay, well, there you go.
Obviously, we have the defending monarch, Desrel, and we have 3 newcomers to the Calypso arena. Well, to the actual national Calypso arena. One used to be part of the police Calypso competition, Danny Marshall, the son of a famous Calypsonian Mary G. So he has decided to come
Snow,
aboard.
is it?
Snow, that's correct.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Snow is not, so he's a powerful performer, you know.
Yes. He's a very good singer.
Good addition.
Yes.
Very good addition to the Snow.
Yeah, we have a new artist called Unpredictable. He did take part in the intercommercial competition last year, but he has decided to throw his heart into the national competition. And big surprise, we have 2 very great entertainers in the names of Frost and Slack. They're going to be coming
dynamic
on stage.
duo.
The dynamic duo. They're going to be on stage with us as well this year, and we have expressions of interest.
Yeah, of course.
From
Frost and Slack being no strangers. I mean, producing big tracks like God
Made Man,
and Man Made Money.
And
what did that was a real big track.
Yes.
I think Frost won the Soca Monarch and the Road Match.
He did.
With that track.
He did.
Bangkok.
Yes.
Was another big one.
After the year after.
Slack. And Slack himself, one of my favorite musicians, man. The only man I know could sing and play a bass so comfortably, man.
Yeah.
You know? So that sounds very exciting.
Yes.
Nice Arsenal so far.
We have the regulars. I mean, people, former Monarch, Educator, Reddy, Robbie, Trish, the usual, people that has always been part of ambassadors. Manchus in the house as well.
Hey.
So yeah, the usual cast. We haven't lost anyone from last season. If people have been following Fire One, we have everybody that was there last year. They're gonna come back this year, and the new additions.
In recent times, Fire One, although probably one of the most low-key Calypso tents, have been able to walk out with the Monarch. I think on 2 occasions with Desrel.
Desrel has won it twice since it became Fire One in 2018.
Yes, that's indeed.
Yeah.
Quite a legacy. Let's take in Desrel, the reigning monarch, is it?
Reigning monarch
of Calypso in St. Lucia, part and parcel of the Fire One Calypso tent.
Our we annul a nation is changing generations. So we need a seamless plan. As the older ones are going, the younger ones must flow into. This we all must understand to ensure our heroes don't disappear as zeros. Let's raise them publicly. Let their contribution guide our further action. That's what we call their legacy. Yes, the legacy. To protect the legacy. Leaders of this land, understand, you must make a succession plan. There must always be a younger one like me, governing with zeal, like I feel. I'm ready to take the wheel, beat the drum, and I come like a bomb. I'm explosive, the legacy of the mighty pep. I am young, but I'm strong, and my song are corrosive, and I know I'll earn your respect. So look at me, I'm the living legacy. Was a mighty man of this land of Kaiso, who has made a succession plan. Hey, oh yeah. We once had a champion known as John Compton. Man, visionary, we must agree. We gave him the citation, father of the nation, and we raised him statuesquely. But in his twilight, Compton didn't choose right. The new leaders for his group Tutu was granted, left his body stranded. His successor was approved to his legacy. They lost his legacy, and the people say every day that Clubbo has lost his way. Maybe it is true. They lost half of me too. What I know for sure is secure. Succession plan is lost. Beat the drum, here I come like a bomb. I'm explosive, the legacy of the mighty pep. I am young, but I'm strong, and my song are corrosive, and I know I'll earn your respect. So look at me, I'm the living legacy. Was a mighty man of this land of Kaiso, who has made a succession plan. Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We made a big decision, our last election, and picked a new captain for our ship. Some him with rejection, but more so deep affection for Pip, as he says his maiden trip. But the older man got new thoughts, need to have his own thoughts for his own succession plan. His mind was set in earnest, hilariously furnished. Oh, he couldn't see the mastermind for his legacy. The Kenny legacy. And the people said, those in red, that the Kenny plan was dead. They're hoping to see what's in store for BJP. If we lend a hand, yes we can. We can the succession plan. Beat the drum, here I come like a bomb. I'm explosive, the legacy of the mighty pep. I am young, but I'm strong, and my song are corrosive, and I know I'll earn your respect. So look look at me. I'm the living legacy. What a mighty man, what this land of Kaiso stand was made a succession plan. Hey, oh, yeah. Everybody, meet my mentor. Let me now make it formal. My name is Desral Wrong, and performing is my thing. I grew up in a household where Kaiso is pure gold and strong, learning lessons from the king. This season you will find me beyond and left behind me, spitting lyrics like a snake. If some nervousness entwines me, please treat me kindly. If I make a few mistakes with his legacy, I respect the legacy. What in my step as I step into his golden shoe, but I will always be representative of me. Then you will leave me, you will see what succession plan is got me. Beat the drum, here I come, like a bomb, I'm explosive. The legacy of the mighty pep. I am young, but I'm strong, and my song are corrosive. And I know I want your respect. So look at me, I'm the living legacy. What a mighty man, what this land of Kaiso stand was made a succession plan. Hey,
Yes, indeed. Quite a powerful performance there from the reigning Calypso monarch of St. Lucia, Desral, of course, and he is going to be defending, and he comes out of the Fire One. Calypso tent, scheduled to open their doors to the public on the 24th, Saturday the 24th of May at the National Cultural Center. Of course, you heard from the man himself showing that, you know, they have the usual arsenal, and they have lots of surprises, newcomers, and I'm sure the public is looking forward to great entertainment from the Fire One Calypso tent. Another member of the Fire One Calypso tent, I call her the people's love. People love this young lady so badly. She goes by the name of Reddy, and she's the daughter of songwriter Nahum Jabatis. And over the years, I believe this young lady has done phenomenal, and it's just a matter of time before she too walks away with the Calypso monarch of St. Lucia. Let's take in Reddy as she does one called Dust.
Saharan dust left the coast of Africa, end up down there in St. Lucia. All kind of dust sitting in the atmosphere, Lucians balling dust everywhere. In the office of government business, workers for sick, they stay home for the week, coughing and cold, the air infected with mold. From the quarry, reach the city, dynamite explode, casualties on the road. Rush hospital was set to hell, Lucians ball. Doctor ball, nurses ball, firemen, policemen. The just they sitting in we atmosphere. Facebook, social media, everywhere. Make me ball, and you ball. Check every sector and industry. And this crisis choking with country. Kuhum, kuhum. Desert stardust, holding lands down in view fort. New portions ball, no tourist resort. National trust, racing dust for Dolphin Park. Workers irate, get heart attack. The dead in shock, they grab dig up. Just bones and clothes mixing this and exposed. First time we see such thing in we cemetery. Necromancy from CCC, raising dead money for the economy. Even deceased balling they can rest in peace. Foxy ball, shotgun ball, get through ball, Billy ball. That's just the sitting in we atmosphere. In all different media everywhere. Make me ball, and you ball. Check every sector and industry. And this crisis stifling we country. Hey! Kuhum, kuhum. Ha-choo! Kuhum, kuhum. Delay get us, stifle the whole cabinet. Sarah choking, can't say nothing yet. Gathering dust, central audit and impacts. On Walcott House, Alan put the axe. To Super Square, Bella Poussière, National Trust and nice one to the dust. We suffering while the ministers coughing. Shadow Benny, Pop Cooley, his daughter's in multi-symptom aspirin. Medicine too soft, they need something strong for God. Rigo ball, Rose ball, Sarah ball, King and Doll. That's just the sitting in the atmosphere. Suspending in cabinets everywhere. Make me ball, and you ball. Check every sector and industry. And this crisis killing we country. Nice. Kuhum, kuhum. Ha-choo. Kuhum, kuhum.
Yes, another powerful performance there. Yep. Reddy. Of course, Reddy was originally inducted into Calypso through the Ambassadors, Calypso 10th, and then she transitioned into Fire One very nicely. And she will be on stage come 24th of May, along with Desrel, and a big cast with lots of new artists and new surprises. I want to say big up to Barry Joseph, man, Coco. Original drummer of the Reasons Orchestra, now resides in Brooklyn, New York. Promises to be home for Carnival. Of course, his son's foundation, the Cauldron Foundation, has made many contributions to Papa's Kaiso Corner. So he's one of our affiliates in Brooklyn, New York. So big up to you, Coco. He's here with us in the chat tonight. Karen Tobier. the little dynamo, I call her. She's here with us, Auntie Karen, talking about Scaramouche. I don't know how many of you remember that character around town. We had so many characters around town. Scaramouche seemed to have been her favorite. Yes, indeed. Sean, I wanted to ask you. Over the years, we have come to realize that the Calypso 10s are sticking to one basic format. That is, they come out with free shows for the year, the launch, the middle show, and the quarterfinals. Does Fire One Calypso tent have any plans to change that monotony? You know, because personally, I believe that Calypso is being underplayed in that, you know, there's so much more that could be done, especially, for example, during the jazz. I see no reason why the tents don't try to get themselves involved in the jazz, at least get their members to perform, like probably places less out of the box, like probably let's say Kibi's in Rodney Bay, a night like tonight, you know, could probably feature a few of the Kaisonians from Fire One, which would expose the Calypso to the jazz crowd, you know, and also present itself as a form of revenue for the artists. You know, I was just thinking along those lines. And there's so many other places all over the island that, you know, I mean, Soufre Jazz is coming up. I'm sure a guy like Ricky, with his place in Soufre there, would not have mind featuring some of the Kaisonians probably the night before the main event, or the night, you know, just thinking out of the box. What do you think, Sean? Do you think it's something that you guys could probably look at?
Yeah, well, first of all, one of the first things you mentioned was 3 shows. Over the last few years, it has been actually 2 shows. 1 show and the quarterfinals. That's it. But this year, for the first time, the CMMC has agreed to have 3 shows. So we have an opening show, we have the middle show, and the quarter.
Oh, it's been 2 shows.
It has been 2 shows.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. Because I was thinking with regards to the TOT Soca Village collaboration.
Right.
They're doing 3 shows.
Because of that collaboration, they had more because they had a lot
so 2
more.
shows, basically.
Yeah, so every tent now has 3 shows. So you're going to have 12 shows in May and June amongst the 4 tents. And we're not forgetting the soca tent as well. There's also a soca tent that will have 3 shows as well. I mean, we have a lot of constraints when it comes to actually hosting events now. I mean, first of all, is the lack of performance venues is one thing, because a Calypso show, to put on 12, 13, 14 artists in a venue with a band, backing vocals and seating for people, because Calypso is that type of art form, is like a theater. You need to sit and listen to Calypso, because Calypso is not all dancing. People want to hear lyrics. So the crowd has usually been a sit down crowd. We have very, very few places in St. Lucia where you can actually accommodate that, with a backstage and all that kind of stuff, you know, and a number of Calypsonians. We want to do things differently. We want to do more outside of the Calypso season. At the moment, the Calypso tents is more or less a collaboration between the tent management and the CMMC, you know, because they actually invest in the tents by providing certain things that would be cost prohibitive for the tents, allowing us to have use of the cultural center, paying the band, you know, that kind of stuff. Because it's very, very expensive to actually host one show at the cultural center. Now you have to do a lot of stuff with Nemo and the fire service, and you know, so it's a very big task, you know. But we're getting our feet wet now for this first year. We're not going to try to change anything. We want to feel how things are happening, see, you know, get the experience of doing it, and that will take us into doing things outside of the actual Calypso season. We've had a meeting with our Calypsonians, and they too agree, you know, that we need to be doing more. Calypso cannot just wait for after jazz and before carnival. We need to be more present, you know. So that's one of the things that we've spoken about. I agree with you. We need to get ourselves into more of the other events. Give Calypso that visibility that it's been lacking over the last few years. And it's something that we want to do. And definitely you're going to see after the carnival season, when we've done our post-mortem and we can start planning for 2026, you'll see a lot more coming from Fire One.
Looking forward to it. What we're going to do now, we take a break to acknowledge our sponsors. And when we come back, more Kaiso from the Fire One Calypso tent. We will be right back.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
Save the hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage. Imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
No matter the job, Michelle's Electrical Limited has the skills and expertise to power your vision. With Michelle's Electrical Limited, you're securing a professional team with a proven track record committed to delivering quality service to cater to all your electrical needs. We bring more than 30 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Clans Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Yes, welcome back to Papa's Kaiso Corner. Let me say goodnight to Anne-Marie de Souza. Yeah, loving the outfit. What's up, cuz? I hope you're having a good time with us here tonight. Also, I want to say good evening to Mama Riel out there and Marion, her daughter, her beautiful daughter, watching us tonight. Hi, Marion. Hope you're having a lot of fun here watching us in the corner. Mama Riel, of course, one of our favorite people out there at Asukanal. A real humanitarian. I want to say a special good evening to you, Mama Real. Big up! Yes, indeed. In the building with us tonight is Mr. Sean Marsley, and he is on the management team as the tent leader of the Fire One Calypso tent, scheduled to be launched on the 24th of May. That's Saturday, the 24th of May, at the National Cultural Center. As we heard earlier on, they are quite ready. Of course, no pun intended. And they have a wonderful cast lined up. Of course, Reddy will be there. Desrel will be there. This next performer will also be there. One of my favorite performers. I think she's been very consistent. Let's us take in a short blast from Solange, as she does one called The Great Divide. Is Solange going to be there?
Yes.
All right.
Mami oi, mami oi. I have so much love for this country. You probably love it more than me. And the only way to build it together is to set aside any party colors and forge on a simply St. Lucian. But our leaders are refusing to work together. They're busy pointing fingers at one another. We all heard them say, put our party in power and things would be okay. Yet look where we find the country today. In the great divide, everyone is now forced to choose a side. The great divide, behind party colors we get to hide. The great divide, just look around and you will see. The great divide is either you flambeau or SLP. The time has come in this nation for us to stand together as one, right here, right now. It's time to bridge the great divide. Kaiso! Mami oi, mami oi, mami oi. Unemployment, drug abuse, illiteracy. The murder rate sky high, losing the youth of this country. We're caught up in this web of globalization. How do we survive as a tiny nation? Now to be a star, you expose everything on social media. The youth of today need more than an education, as jobs are replaced by robots and automation. Listen, the youth need to see that they'll have a future right here in this country, not just be a soldier for your army. In the great divide, everyone is now forced to choose a side. Behind party colors we get to hide. Just look around and you will see. It's either you flambeau or SLP. The time has come in this nation for us to stand together as one, right here, right now. It's time to bridge the great divide. Mami oi, mami oi. Many are asking what will their future be now that yellow has parted the Red Sea. Remember that them leaders are power hungry, taking of the jobs for access and money, handing out rewards only to their loyal supporters. I see parents turn their backs on their son and daughter, allowing two colors to come divide and conquer. Them leaders see things better for them as a divided country, cause you busy enlisting in their army. Why? For the great divide. Everyone is now forced to choose a side. Great divide. Behind party colors you could hide. Great divide. Just look around, you will see. Great divide. It's either you Flubbo or SLP. The time has come in this nation for us to stand as St. Lucian. Right here, right now, it's time to bridge the great divide. Thank you. Mami oi, mami oi. Sing it.
Pitiko pa maladi, boy. Solange, powerful young lady. And she will be part and parcel of the Fire One Kaiso tent. Just before, I'm not sure if we're ready for the lotto before we go into anything else. Yeah? What is it?
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
6 minutes.
All right. We're ahead tonight, boy. What going on? All right, well, in the meantime, we want to do a giveaway tonight, compliments of Sisterin Designs. Of course, Sisterin Designs is part and parcel of the package down at Just Roti. When you come in, you can get to see all the wonderful designs of earrings and necklaces. As a matter of fact, just before we go into the lotto, we want to ask you one question. If you can tell us in what year the Fire One Calypso tent was started, you can win yourself an earring of your choice to go with one of your outfits for the Jazz Festival, compliments of Sisterin Designs. If we could play a short promo of some of the items coming from Sisterin Designs while you try to answer the question just before the lotto. Let's take in Sisterin Designs.
On your head, baby. You know you're looking good, oh God, you're looking good, my girl, you're looking good, sister. Hey you, oh me, yes you, with that curly bush on your head. You know you're looking good, oh God, you're looking good, my girl, you're looking good, sister.
Yes, indeed. Just a small sample of some of the wonderful designs that you can obtain from Sisterin Designs. Of course, check us out at Just Roti. We open from Tuesday to Saturday. I'm sure you must get something there to go with one of your outfits for the Jazz Festival. The question was, in what year did the Fire One Calypso tent open the doors to the public? And of course, the winner can get an earring of their choice. You could be a man, you could win a pair of earrings for your girl. Oh, girl, snoozy there. Of course, compliments Sisterin Designs. Yeah? We continue. Of course, we have Sean in the building. We were talking about the link between ambassadors and Fire One Kaiso tent and the legacy which the ambassadors tent has left so that Fire One. But just before we go into some more music, I was asking Sean earlier about what's Fire One's take on the fact that right now Calypso has no representative body to lobby on behalf of Calypso in general. It's right now it's between the CMMC and the Calypso tents, and whatever the CMMC decides, the Calypso tents have to swallow. That's putting it bluntly. Yeah. So I was asking Sean, what do you think about a representative body and the benefits that probably could be derived from Calypso once again getting organized?
Well, unity is strength. At the moment there is nothing from music at all when it comes to a representative body. Not Calypso, not any other type of music. And I think that's where Fire One thinks it should be looked at as music in general, St. Lucian music, get some type of representation, so you have the ability to lobby whoever, government, CMC, CPMC, to get better things. At the moment, I mean, we have nothing when it comes to, for example, creating a recording studio. You have to buy your equipment, and when you bring it in, it's like you have to buy it a second time because customs duties and that kind of stuff ready to drive you down. A representative body, I remember back in the 80s or so, 90s even, we were given concessions for musicians, had concessions from customs, so it was easier to bring equipment in.
But has that ended or has it not been utilized?
Well, the red tape now to get anything concession-wise, you may as well just forget about it. Yeah. So you have a representative body representing music on the whole, and I think it's going to do well for entertainment in St. Lucia because it's not only Calypso. If we're thinking of keeping it just as Calypso, we may still have to fight with another group that's trying to do something for themselves as well. So if we look at entertainment and music in general, then I think we heading in the right direction, and not just Calypso. If Calypso becomes part of a wider group, there's a bigger avenue for it to be part of a lot more things than just the Calypso and Carnival season.
I hear you from the perspective of a musician.
Yeah.
I hear that. But still I believe that the Calypso Association, because you have to understand, for example, you just said you have a cast of 20 artists under your umbrella. And I'm sure TOT and over 100 and something Kaisonians who perform during the Carnival season. Yeah? And we really do need a body to lobby on behalf of those Calypsonians for a number of reasons. That would probably take a show by itself.
Yeah.
But I appreciate what you said too, that you need to look at it on a larger frame. Instead of just Calypso, get a musicians association. Even there's been so many problems in trying to get musicians together. I mean, there's so many musician associations that has been formed over the past, let's say, probably 10 years.
Yeah, or more. Yeah.
And I wonder if the problem is not the artists themselves, because it's really, really difficult to get the artists to come together under any umbrella, to show interest.
Yeah, most times it is. I mean, the people the owners of the organization are the members, and to get people to donate their time, is a difficult thing. Right, especially now. So yes, you're looking at a representative body like a management team that probably could get paid as well to do that type of work, because it's not anything easy. And people now, time is money. No one wants to just come and sit down in meetings and do things, and at the end of the day, there's no financial benefit for them.
But you need a management team to come in to generate that income.
Yes.
Not just to sit there and get paid, but to generate that. I mean, it's something that we definitely need to look at for the future, for the future of the music in St. Lucia. Yeah. those who are making the breakthrough on their own, we have to commend them for that. Going through the proper channels and getting the music registered, and understanding the business of the music.
That's
we
correct.
can't hold them against that. But then we need to have representation for those who do not really know, so that they could be educated through workshops. And there's so much to be done. Yeah, we're talking about nostalgia. We're talking about the Ambassadors Calypso tent. We're talking about the Fire One Calypso tent. One of the founding members of the Fire One Calypso tent used to be a performer with the Ambassadors Calypso tent and is now performing tonight at the Jazz Sampler. Let's take it, Cheryl and Colors, as she does a big one back in the time called the Massive Tree.
When I used to talk to the massive tree on the square, from my little massive is no poetry going on there. She would sleep in the down, spread right through the town, and she branches cover the city. It's just on all our wings, when the old man talk to the tree, you wouldn't believe the things it reveals to be. She said the 48 fire, start on the street fire Taylor. So you know so much about me. It's me, what we call it the massive tree. Watch 1, 2, 3 months. So that's the teacher with assistance. So you know so much about me. It's me, what we call it the massive tree. Now the things you hear in the country far, that's what the paper sarah. Tell me why we call it the massive tree. Tell me, I don't know. Conversation and the police in prison, yes, for agents. Just get up and walk away. You know exactly which police that's responsible for all them things to fix. So you know so much about me. It's me, why we call it the massive tree. So we have plenty big lawyers, we have police, have them so precious. So you know so much about me. It's me, why we call it the massive tree. Now the things you hearing from Juba, Asante and Memphis are saying. Tell me why we call it the massive tree. Tell me, branch that's sticking out from the top of the tree. That is the one that knuckle in the whole of the city. Feeling cabinet, feeling big secret. Why George ain't make any comment on the budget in Parliament? The college fund money is come from our branch, leading towards the presidency. You say we're rolling through the place, but it will be college money press. Thank you know so much about me. It's me, why we call it the massive tree. Some baby coxes what this is, I've been making Obia to win this. Thank you know so much about me. It's me, why we call it the massive tree. Now the things you hear from Juba, Asante and Memphis and Salah.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you this broadcast.
The winning numbers for the evening draw of Saturday, 3rd May 2025 were tic-tac-toe, 1, 9, 11, 14, 16, 18, 20. Big 4, 7, 7, 3, 2. The Big 4 multi-X ball drawn is 3X. Pick 2, 8, 5. The Pick 2 multi-X ball drawn is 2X. 1 off, 282. Lucky 3, 857. The lucky free multi-X ball drawn is 2X. Power play 117 22 30. The free ticket letter is I and the power pick number is 3.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yes, welcome back indeed. Papa's Kaiso Corner, of course, we're talking about the Ambassador's Kaiso tent, another stalwart of the Ambassador's Calypso tent, probably the Calypsonian who has won the most monarchs in St. Lucia, and now the legacy has been transferred to his son Deswell, was started off with the Firewall Calypso tent at a pace that might be difficult to follow. Let's take in the mighty Pep, King Pep, the one and only Pep, doing one called Luidel Cuckoo.
Our cocoa sack was plenty. Countries used to envy, so they stopped the propaganda. Our COVID was taking local copra and making oil and butter. That was propaganda. They start spreading lies. Real cocoa they criticize. They say that it have cholesterol and so the industry died. Real cocoa is not coming back. Around the world is a fact. Real cocoa is now the latest craze. Giving the product endless praise. Now we go back to where we were, leading in the show. Real cocoa. Now we go, let the palm trees grow, let the liquid flow. Real cocoa. Let us boost the economy to bring back some more money, that more of our people share in the GDP. Real cocoa is back on top. Now we put it in every shop. Now we build back the copra industry and hit it whilst it is hot. Now we go, they calling out for more in France and Tokyo. Real cocoa. Now we go, let the good times flow. Rose up to Monrepo. Real cocoa. Sweet cocoa. Down in Soufre, the oil company was there. It closed down in the same year. They started propaganda. They spread their lies far. They say it causing cancer, a medical disaster. But that was propaganda. But the record is right. They bringing the truth to light. Real cocoa, they say is dynamite. Whether you black or white, they put it in food and use it even if crude. Real cocoa is now the greatest plan, coming back to this island. Now we go back to where we were, leading in the show. Real cocoa. Now we go, let the palm trees grow, let the liquid flow. Real cocoa. Now we boost the economy and bring in some more money, that more of our people sharing the growing GDP. Real cocoa is back on top. Now we put it in every shop. Let us build back the copra industry and hit it whilst it is hot. Now we go, they're calling out for more in France and Tokyo. Real cocoa. Now we go, let the good times flow. Rose over Monrepo. Real cocoa. Yeah man, sweet cocoa. Let's build back the industry. Our little farmers farmers can now begin to prosper, making local copra, no more propaganda. Then the factory performing the extractory, squeezing it exactly. So now when we have the oil, our business will never spoil. We making soap and margarine, even suntan cream, and then we exporting far to bring some money back here. So you see that the cocoa industry is the greatest plan for we. Let me go back to where we were, leading in the show. We'll go. Let me go, let the palm trees grow, let the liquid flow. We'll go. Let we boost the economy and bring back some more money. Let more of our people get a share of the GDP. The cocoa is going up. Let us put it in every shop. Let us bring back the copra industry and hit it by the spot. Let we go, they calling out for more in France and Tokyo. We'll go. Let we go, let the good times flow. Don't man report. We'll go. Sweet cocoa. Thank you. Yeah, man. I take it you had a wonderful evening. I hope you just enjoy the rest of the carnival week. Thank you.
You have a bottle of real cocoa by you?
Always
Indeed. Yeah, that was the mighty Pep. I want to take the opportunity to say happy birthday to the daughter of one of the stalwarts of Papa's Kaiso Corner, Brother Afa St. Gis, Lanai. She has turned 11. I remember a year ago when she was 10. Happy birthday to you, Lanai. We wish you the very best. May the good Lord bless and keep you so that you could see many, many, many more. And that's coming from all of us here in the corner. Happy birthday, Lanai. Big up. I want to also say good evening to my good friend, Brother Felix James and Mrs. James out there in Corinth. Yeah, Brother Valence. What happened, my brother? Big up to you. I know you always tune to the corner, and I want to thank you for the many years of helping with the promotion of the corner. Big up to Brother Valence. Yeah. Also want to say good evening to Uncle Don, Super D, up there in Babono, Pebush, to be exact. I want to say good evening to you and the madam. I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. Of course, time really flies when you're here in the corner. I want to feature some more of the young talent coming out of the Fire One Calypso tent. We have one here from the Sizzler. He's also going to be on stage in 2024, according to the tent leader here. Let's take in Sizzler doing what one call That's What Parents Do.
Heat the brass. And everyone. People in this land fail to understand. You can make a child, you can't make their mind, empower them to be all that they could be. And when they get lost, you get cross, but you never leave them behind. Yet when parents crying on TV, my son was a good boy. Don't know why somebody would hurt him. Their character we dislike. We don't play our parents' role, it's appears. Or we'll never call them vicious. That's what parents do. They always love you, whether wrong or right. For you they will fight. So that's what parents do. They're not like your boo. they won't turn on you. When things go south, it's true. From the womb to the tomb, with your welfare they consumed. Et tout bêtise language à faire. Look my parents there. Oh, look my parents there. Look my parents, look my parents there. Look my parents there. Hit the brass. Hey. For those who don't know, this is how it goes. Whether you have a strength, your kids are paramount. What they are taught and told help to shape their world. So when they flop, don't just give up. Parents cannot be nonchalant. You see there's a norm in this country. We embrace just winners. But in the household there shouldn't be winners or losers. That's the formula our folks use for years, so the kids would leave them instead. That's what parents do. They always love you while you're out at night. They cannot sleep tight. No, that's what parents do. They're not like your mood. They will turn on you when things go south. It's true. From the room to the tomb, with your welfare they consumed. Oh, some call me Abu Bebe. My parents are there. Look my parents there. Look my parents.
Yes, indeed. The dramatic Sizzler, of course, is going to be part of the cast come 24th of May at the National Cultural Center. The next performer is my favorite performer. The song is a very important song. Let's listen to Ali Cat as she does You Ain't Go Like It. You ain't go like it, man. You ain't go like it.
Love you all. Woo! My young Calypsonians, I have a message for you. Please pay close attention. Listen to my point of view. We all have a season and a moment to shine. We all have a reason to make good use of we time. It ain't making sense to bring on the veterans. Let we celebrate the older Kaisonians. Them people passion is singing calypso. You ain't have no right to chase them from the shore. If your fans get fed up of seeing you on stage, how you gonna like it if you get pressure when you reach Papa Vega age? You ain't gonna like it if you hearing you too old to say calypso. How you gonna like it if everybody taking your talent for public show? Da 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 da. Ba da ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. My young Calypsonians, I get emotional, cause this is a topic that really sentimental. You have to remember the struggles them fellas face. They didn't surrender no matter what
our veterans the honor and the respect. They are the foundation on which the future reflects. Look how mighty Pep creates a legacy. His son win the crown very effortlessly. When the veterans born, all your go replace them. But until that time, embrace them like a gem. You ain't gonna like it if your fans get fed up of seeing you on stage. How are you gonna like it when you get pressure if you reach educator age? You ain't gonna like it if you hearing you too old to sing calypso. How are you gonna like it if everybody taking your talent for puppy show?
The Alley Cat is a powerful one there. The only thing about that song, I feel the line, a slight change in the line. You are gonna like it if you reach Papa Village. No, when if. Yes, indeed. Let's take it a quick one here from the veteran of the Fire One Calypso tent, the educator. You will like it.
Oi, oi, oi. What you teach the children naked on WhatsApp? What you teach the children? You drop your look crap. Did you teach the ladies here in St. Lucia? It's okay to sell their bodies and expose their vagina. Well, they say position should dictate your behavior. Brother man, your action is indecent exposure. Still, Minister of Finance, jobs you must create. Don't come here without pants, we know you could procreate. If you have some spare time, waste it on the youth. Tell them don't commit crime, little less Bluetooth. If it's time you have in reserve one more ministry you deserve. Madam Gigi come, making minister putty bomb. Oi, oi, oi. Should convent or SMC invite you to give a speech? As I on is MC, here as I when you reach. Children, close your eyes and cover your hair. The minister coming there might not have underwear. As I know well, here his next bombshell. Nukabai said Sakut sang if he show his billing bank. Minister of Finance, jobs you must create. Don't come there without pants, we know you could procreate. If you have some spare time, waste it on the youth. Tell them don't commit crime.
Yes, indeed. We have to put in the veteran inside, and the educator will also be on stage. So you see a fully packed cast coming your way with the Fire One. Sean, any final words you might want to say? Thank you to some of the people.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
so
first of all, thank you for having me here tonight on your show. I'm a fan of the show. I watch it every Saturday.
Great stuff.
We want to invite all Calypso fans, old and new, to our opening show on the Saturday, the 24th of May. Live entertainment outside starts at 7. We're gonna have a band playing Calypso outside. That's something new.
That's a plus right there.
Between
like
7 between 7 and 8. Showtime is at 8 o'clock. We're going to see the return to the Calypso stage of MC Donneville, who has had a hiatus for probably 10 years now. He hasn't MC'd Calypso, and he has agreed to come on board with us. So we're pleased with that. He's coming back, and it's going to be a great night. We want to, you're going to see a few things done differently, and but it's going to be a great night of Calypso, and we want to welcome everyone to Saturday's usual $25 at the door. We're going to have tickets for the next few weeks. If you know anyone that's in the management team, you can get tickets from them, but it's going to be $25 at the door. And we want to invite everyone to come out and support Calypso as usual.
There you go. Well, you heard it from the man himself, the 10th leader of the Fire One Calypso 10. Thank you for being here tonight, Sean. And I wish you guys the very best.
Thank you.
I know you have a wonderful cast. You guys always put on a great show. Your backup band is always top of the line. So the fans will be there. And if the indication of the jazz opening is what the mood is, I believe Calypso will get a very wonderful following for 2025. Yes. No one answered the question correctly with regards to what was the year that the Fire One Calypso 10 came out. We got some close answers, but not the correct answer. So no one has won an opportunity to get a wonderful pair of earrings from Sister In Designs. The year was 2018. I think 2018, we got 2017, we got 2019, we even got a 1999, So thank you for participating, however. It's been a true pleasure being here with you guys tonight. Of course, that's what we're about on Saturday nights from 8 o'clock on NBC TV. We're here in the corner. I'd like to say thank you to our technician, Brother Shane Williams, for making it happen for us tonight. Also to our producer, Colin Phillips, for putting stuff together. And of course, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. And of course, to you guys out there. Bambino, out there in Florida. I see you in the chat, boy. I see you in the chat, Linda James. And all you wonderful people who join us every Saturday to make the Kaiso Corner what it is. I want to say thank you. And we want to leave you with this one by the King of Kings of Calypso himself, the late Jeff Elver, the mighty Payday, In Good Hands. Until we meet again, Papa, out.
I received a letter from a bunch of Kaiso fans, and they asked me to give my reply to all illusions. Their concern was about the future of Calypso. When the time come for people like me to go, they say pussy terror, then Zandoli decide to emigrate. Then the maker welcome Caro to heaven's gate. As for Pep, if in truth he has really said goodbye, it would seem that he had formed destined to die. I tell them we have people like Hope Black, Robbie and Mary G, Lady Lynn and Wally, Tricky and Moggy. Let us not forget John T, and as we go along, we find Nadej and Mahandra just starting to come strong. Pas oublier Ashanti, ça c'est on ma pipi. Depuis il mettait la vie douette, nous pas né pour n'y pas le. All them illusions have no reservations. Illusion Kaiso, always being safe. Baby, do die, do die, 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 die. Baby, do die. Hey, bam, bam, badoy. Yes, I know you gon' miss men like Haggai and Jacko. Don't lose faith, put some trust in men like Zion Zorro. Don't forget that the educator and invader still have a good few years before they retire.